So if you could hear some of that, the main part of our project, or how this started, was we knew we had 4 50-ton rooftop units that at some point had to be replaced. So $300,000 is going towards these at some point. And then through conversations with Kevin, the project became more and more, and then I'll let you in on a little secret. We did our lighting. The Phillips plant is in our district, so when you control their tax base, sometimes they'll donate things. So all of our lighting upgrades were donated by Phillips. Sorry you guys don't have Phillips in your district, but it's part of that forming partnerships and forming communities. So HVAC, security systems, HVAC system, lighting upgrades, those are the core. I'm not going to go through that. You can read in the program, but I want to talk a little bit about what Bob talked about earlier today, and that's community, facilities, and curriculum. I thought if we changed curriculum to kid, we could actually have KFC, but we'll leave it at curriculum. The facility part, as I listened to you guys talk today, and I listened to a little bit of what Tongi just had to say, that is going to be the easiest. Even though when we're sitting there in the conversations trying to do the lease purchase with Bank of America, having the conference calls, I thought that would be the hardest, but I think looking at it, it will be the easiest. So history of our building, it's 31 years old. It's a K-12 facility, 700 plus students in the same facility. Very efficient. We're about 20% below the state average on expenditures, and we can prove that we're 20% above the state average on assessment scores. So we feel like we're efficient being in the one campus design. The challenge sometimes is when one thing breaks, usually there's a couple other things that are exact same age, so that's what our heating and cooling system was giving us a challenge with. Then the community part, you can see from the video, we had the campus closed, but yet the community, and for us the community is the school because it's 4 or 5 small communities. And so as you talk about consolidation and everybody's scared of losing their school, we're a success story on that. When they did that in 1978, took the 4 or 5 communities and came to one school, it's been a huge plus, and that is our community. So even just these HVAC systems being put in, it became a community event in the middle of the summer. We had people out there, you saw them interviewed. So that's part of us forming partnerships with our community and getting buy-in. The other part of the partnership is what I talked about with Phillips. Kevin, and one of our board members, Joe Ryan, that's with us today, and myself and our director of facilities went to Phillips. We had a meeting in March, and by the end of March, we had them signing off on donating all the lighting to the project. So big step for us. And the last part of it is about the curriculum and the kids. And I'm quickly going to get out of the road because I know as a superintendent, the more you talk, the more trouble you may get in. So that's why I'll talk very little today. I do want to introduce Carol Vire, who's our board president, Joe Ryan, who's one of our board members. They'll be up here in just a second and give you their perspective about why is it important we go through this. Why didn't we just stop with replacing the HVAC system? Why do we want to continue to promote going green? And then we have 3 students with us, and that's really who you're going to want to hear about from today. They formed through their leadership class, they formed a Going Green group, and they've been very proactive the last 2 years before this project even got started, but yet now that the project is ongoing, it hooks up for they're doing very well. In fact, right before school was out, they organized a school-wide event, and the media was there, and then we'll have another one in the fall once the project's completed, and we'll be driven by these students. So at this point, I will introduce Carol and Joe, if you want to come up. They can give their perspective from the board